Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy holidays, Happy Vlogmas, and Happy winter season. Welcome back to Kenton and Habiba. I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the love on the last video, the video with my family, Nigerian family, sending me clothes here to America, having me looking like a rich madame, rich auntie. Thank you guys so much for all the wonderful comments. If you haven't seen it, go see it. So this is the family room and it looks decent, right? But that tree is just not doing anything for me. It's kind of blah. It's barely decorated. That's just not my style. I like it extra, just a little bit more than that. The children are coming home for, the winter vacation from college, and I just want the place to feel a little bit more festive. I know it's a little late in the game, but I've been busy. So anyway, let's get this decorating starting. This is also going to be a story time of sorts. So I'm trying to find an appropriate, Christmas music to listen to keep me motivated, kind of chill. So yeah, let's find some Christmas music. And of course, we go to YouTube, don't we all? Ooh, I could have wished you had heard our conversation. I was asking him about what he was making, and it was a stewed beef for the winter, and it looked pretty good. And I can't believe I had to remove the voice or the sound because Nat King Cole was playing, and I don't want to be demonetized. So that's why you can't hear him speaking, but you will soon. So I'm just going to make some tea, and then I'm going to gather all the boxes I have of different ornaments. Of course, over the years, I've acquired a lot of ornaments. We have different themes. Some year you want red, another year you want white, another year you want green or gold. I'm sure we can all understand, right? So I have ornaments stowed away in the garage, in the storage. It's a lot, but it probably isn't actually as much as a lot of people. I don't know. Anyway, some of the ornaments I will use this year, some I won't use, because I'm thinking that in the family room, I want a white and silver look. And then I have another tree in the dining room that I want to have a candy theme. So let's see. These are some new ornaments that I have, and I think you saw them in a previous video. So these are going with my white and silver theme. And I just love these ones with the pearls all over. And yeah, these ones, those snowflakes. Anyway, okay, Habiba, let's get ready. So I have this fun little necklace that looks like tiny little lights, and they actually work. So I'm going to put that on to get in the mood and to amuse myself, since I like to do that, and amuse you as well. I don't know why, but this necklace just makes me happy, so goofy. And I insisted on turning off that overhead light just so you could see it flashing. Silly me. I also wanted you to know that tomorrow the cake recipe video will be up, the black cake recipe. And we have a book. We have a book available on Amazon. So for all of those who wanted the recipe, it's available. Link in the description box. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug this tree in because it's a pre-lit tree. And I really don't like those lights. I really don't like these lights at all. It's like green, blue. It's giving me very vintage, which is what Kenton said it was. It was like a vintage style tree. It reminds me of Brooklyn, my grandparents, but it's not the look I'm going for. So I have decided to add my own lights. I just want the clear, white, sparkly lights. That's what I like. I don't like too much of that color. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm kind of pissed off that this Mr. Elf here is not going to help me. And I don't have my children to help me. And I am horrible when it comes to heights. But anyway, first let's see if the lights work. Okay, the lights work fine. I'm about to get up on that step ladder, despite my fear, because honestly, I am not good with heights. That is definitely one of the things I do not prefer. And while I was up there, I was thinking, dear Lord, why am I doing this? I regret this at this very moment. I don't remember it being this difficult when the children were young and they couldn't help me, but I've gotten so accustomed to them putting on the lights and then I supervise the decoration. But the things we do for our kids, right? The things we do for our children. Even though I don't know if my children would have minded if the place wasn't decorated, but I insisted that I had to do it. And it was a struggle, let me tell you, without them. It was a struggle, I'm not gonna lie. Then I realized that I had put or started with the wrong end, and now the end that I'm left with can't plug into anything. So I need Kenton to rescue me. So first you gotta find the prong.
Why are you so bossy?
Well, I'm just telling you, it's at the top. So whatever you see, it might be hanging out by itself, but it should be a prong. Is it a prong?
No.
So okay. Thanks for helping me, boo. We had to take the lights off and start again. Oh my God. Yeah, see, I mean, you're right. We should do it like that. We'll plug it in first. I used to start from the bottom, but I don't know what made me start from the top this time. Yeah, see, normally I do start from the bottom, but for some reason, I don't know why. I thought, let me start from the top. Makes no sense.
Right.
You good? You got space? At least now I can laugh because I swear I thought I was gonna fall down.
Sure.
Let the halls with follow holly, da dun da dun, da dun da da dun, da dun dun da da dun. Can I have a little dance, boo boo? Dun da dun da dun da dun. I'll put music to this. Da dun 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 da dun. Oh my goodness. Wahala. Why? Because I want tree lights. I want the place decorated before the kids get here. Do you need help? Do you need help?
No, I'm organizing it so that way when I roll it, it doesn't get tangled.
Kenton's doing a great job, y'all. He's doing a good job. You should be a tree artist, Kenton. See, I didn't know you had it in you all this time. So I go between teasing him and hyping him up. And I just told him, excellent, boo-boo, you did a good job. So this is almost done. Well, actually, it's done. Hubby deserves some plantain, so I'm frying some plantain and we got rice. I just need to make some vegetables. Final product looks pretty good, right? Ooh. On a cold night. Okay, I've already shared out Kenton's. This is mine. So I just wanted you to see the tree again, you know, how it came originally pre-lit with the blue and green and red lights. I guess it's just a matter of taste. It just wasn't what I was going for. So I plug it out, and then these are the lights that Kenton installed. See? I think that these look so much better. I love them. Found some more. I might not even need to use these, or I might just take up the silver ones. So while I decorate, why don't we do a little story time? You guys can watch me decorate. And I thought the story time didn't have to be about Christmas or anything about the tree in particular. Let's talk about jobs and jobs we've had or interesting jobs we may have had. In my case, I just wanted to talk about jobs I've had before medicine, you know, jobs prior to going to medical school. And I was just thinking back at how like my first job was in high school. This was after I'd come to the United States. My first job was actually working in a daycare. Oh, by the way, yes, I did break a few ornaments. Excuse me, especially the glass ones. So anyway, yeah, my first job was working in a daycare at Bellevue Hospital. That's right. I haven't thought about that place until I just said it right at this moment. Yeah, Bellevue Hospital in New York City. There was a daycare there, and my aunt's sister got me a job to work in the daycare. So that was my first job. I don't remember it being a bad thing or a good thing. I guess, it's just something that I did and earned a little bit of money. So the next job I had was more of a side hustle because I consider being a college student a full-time job. I was a college student at Cornell. I was pre-med and also a theater major, and my side hustle was braiding hair. So I actually used to make quite a decent amount of money braiding hair, especially on the weekends. So black girls used to come to me to braid their hair. Even white girls used to come to me to braid their hair. And that was something I really didn't mind doing. And I thank God for my African roots and creativity because, yeah, it definitely helped making my own money, especially because I didn't always want to ask my mom, who at the time was a single parent. And yes, I did have my grandparents who also helped. But again, it was just nice to be able to make my own little bit of money. My next job, I would say, was during my last year of college. I worked as a resident advisor, and that was something you had to interview for. And I was so happy and proud of myself to be part of that group. But yeah, so I was an RA in an all-female dorm at Cornell, Balch Hall. And if you're from Cornell, hello. But yeah, so I think that really sort of set me up to be a very responsible, sort of detail-oriented kind of person and being responsible for other people's welfare. After college, when I was really on my own in California, I worked in telemarketing. Basically, it would be like this long assembly of people, and we would sit on the phones, calling, harassing people. Well, now I look at it as harassing people, but at the time, it was just a way to make money. And I sold timeshares to Lake Havasu. I have never even been to Lake Havasu. I believe that's in Arizona. Or is it California? I'm not sure. But we used to sell timeshares, and I also used to sell lawn care over the phone to rich people. The things we do. Anyway, that was all after university. And then while I was waiting to get into medical school and working on a master's in bio, I also worked for a lab. I used to work for this really mean boss who I remember he used to have one leg shorter than the other. I just remember him being this really just obnoxious person to work for. And all I did was like pour urine samples from one test tube into another. I don't know. That's what I remember. Then I got a job working at the university where I was going to school as a clerk. And then I worked as a dispatcher. I would dispatch phlebotomists to nursing homes. And that was the first job I got fired from because one day I missed something and a phlebotomist wasn't able to go to the nursing home. And I remember feeling so bad. I had never been fired in my entire life. And that was the first and last time I'd ever been fired in my life. It will humble you. I remember actually my direct supervisor, her name was Alfie. She used to have these long painted nails. I remember her trying to stick up for me, but the boss, who was an older white female, said, no, we needed to let me go. So anyway, I remember her saying, she's never going to be a doctor. She's never going to go to medical school. She's wasting her time. And you know what? God had a different plan because I got into medical school that same year. That same year I got fired was the same year I got into medical school. You know, God can change things. That's all I can say. Oh, which reminds me, actually, I also worked once as a nanny for a short term. And that's when I realized I didn't like taking care of other people's kids. These 3 little blonde girls, they were so spoiled. I just couldn't. So anyway, this was all before med school. This was literally over 20 years ago. So Of course, my life took a different turn once I got into med school, residency, and all that, very different. And now I decided to change it again. It's my life. I've decided to change it again and reinvent myself and do different things because, hey, we only get one life, and I think it's for you to figure out what it is that God has intended for you to do. And sometimes it might be a different plan at a different season, and it's not for somebody else to tell you how you should live your life. It's up to you to figure out what you should do. Anyway, I've lined out all the ornaments that I've washed, literally hand washed, because these are my favorite food-related ornaments, like the spaghetti and meatballs. It's gonna go on my food and candy themed tree. Ooh, this one's one of my favorites too. I got this from a stationery store. Ooh, and like this cream puff, I absolutely love it because I can look at it and not gain weight. So this is how the tree turned out. Isn't it adorable? It makes me so happy. So I literally have a bunch of real candy in the tree, and it's so pretty, like I said. And those poinsettias on the base of the tree, they're actually artificial. I use them from year to year. So I don't know if you liked that tree better than the one in the family room, which I also love. Look at it. Doesn't it look like snow has fallen on the tree? It looks like when heavy snow has fallen and it has started to melt. That's what this tree reminds me of. I've kind of kept the colors neutral. And I also have the garland where I've added these fairy lights. Yes, you have to have fairy lights during the holiday season. It just makes everything sparkle and come to life. And I don't think I did too much really, but I like how it turned out. So usually I actually prefer a real tree, but you know what? Sometimes an artificial tree is not bad either. I don't know. I like both. Which do you prefer? And which tree do you prefer? Do you prefer the first one or the second one with all the candies? I also wanted to show you what the tree looked like before I decorated it. So it was a regular artificial tree that I flocked with a product that you spray on the tree, and it really looks like snow. Doesn't it? It really looked like snow, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Vlogmas, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Let me know what your favorite part of this video was, and again, I really hope to see you again tomorrow. We definitely have some good videos coming your way, and I need to share with you, the details about the book and the behind the scenes, because it was a lot. It definitely was a stressful process, but I really am excited to hear what some of you who see the book for the first time really feel or really think. And yeah, anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!